Hey guys, welcome back to another dive video. Today we are diving in Morrisburg, Ontario. We are doing a drift dive, so it will be different from what you're used to seeing. These are my two dive buddies, Roxanne, hey Roxanne, as well as Sunny. There's Sunny. So Morrisburg, Ontario is very interesting because in July 1958, there was a controlled explosion that widened the St. Lawrence to make room for the St. Lawrence Seaway. So as you can see, part of the town is underwater. Well, all of the buildings and houses were relocated to the north, but there are still a lot of remnants left behind, including Lock 23, which is what we are diving on. So we're going to start here at A, and then we will be drift diving from A all the way down to the right at point B. So it took us about a half an hour to get from A to B, or a little over half an hour anyway. So we did see a lot of fish, and it was really cool because the fish weren't really afraid of us. They just kind of, some of them would join us for a while and then just kind of lose interest and head in a different direction. And I think there was a few that were with us for most of the dive. As you can see, we are at 32 feet. For most of the lock, you're at around 30. It's between 30 and 35 feet until near the end, but we'll see that after. So it was pretty cool. A loop there. It was pretty cool because it was like you're just drifting along, right? So as long as your buoyancy is good, you just kind of relax in the current. And it takes you down. So that's what a drift dive is for anybody who isn't familiar. What you do is you jump to the water, you ride the current until your exit point. So we took the drift dive course just before this, which was cool. There's some of the debris I was talking about. But yeah, it was just fun to just hang out and ride the current. We did on, oh, here's a nice little guy here. I think he's a smallmouth bass. I'm not sure if he's a smallmouth or a largemouth, honestly. But I can never tell the difference. I think he's a largemouth, actually. But he hung out with me for a while. As you can see, he's not upset with me. You can tell when they're upset when their back fin kind of comes up, because they think you're going to eat them. So though the back fin, it's very sharp, so it would obviously cause problems for a predator if they were to swallow that fish wrong. So you could see his fin was down, so he wasn't too worried about me. And this was pretty cool. So we're at the end of the lock at this point, near point B, and the current slows right down because you kind of go over this ledge where the current kind of like comes back on itself almost, but it just makes it really calm. And it was full of fish, and it was a lot deeper, obviously in the 40s here, but it was really cool to see all like the wood and all of the parts of the old lock that are just underwater now, and there until they're not until they waste away to nothing. So here, yeah, you can see all the fish, and none of them are worried about us, which was really cool. Like, they're all comfortable. I did see different types of bass, and I think I saw pickerel. And obviously, you're gonna find fishing lures at the bottom here that have gotten snagged. But yeah, it was so cool that they just didn't care that we were there. And all these structures were also super cool to look at. I think here Sunny is Gonna attempt to take his fins off and run along the bottom, which I did. I joined him on the second dive, but I wasn't filming, which was cool. And, yeah, I honestly I should have brought my camera with me on the second dive as well, because I did end up seeing more other kinds of fish too. Here goes some. He was saying that he was just a bit too buoyant to get a good foothold on this run, but if he added just a little bit more weight, he would have had a better foothold. So here we're just kind of starting to get back into a bit of a current. I'm going for my cinematic shots here. Yeah, I just can't get over how like not worried these fish were. I guess they don't often see people down there, so they were more curious than anything. I guess it'd kind of be like a fisherman's dream there too, just because of how many there were. So here we are, just coming to the end of the locks here, and we come across this big wall, and it's all wooden and super cool. I honestly, I wonder how old like all of this stuff is. I'm sure I could look it up. I mean, at least 100, not if not 2. But this guy, yeah, he followed me for a long time. And here's that big wall. Yeah, I think we were at like 44 feet at this point. What we didn't come across was there's like an old stairway and whatnot up at the top of the locks here. We just kind of went past them while we were down in the lock. And, maybe at some other point I can get a video of that as well. So here Roxanne's climbing the wall like Spider-Man. This is pretty much one of the coolest dives I've been on this year. I've been lucky enough to do a lot of specialties with the dive shop here in Kingston, Neptune and Silesia diving. So definitely if you're interested and you're in the area and you want to learn to scuba and you've got some time to learn, 100% I would recommend Neptune and Silesia. They've trained me from not ever diving to now I'm just about to become a master dive or master scuba diver. So I've become very confident underwater because of Neptune and Silesia. Here we are, just coming up to the top of the logs here, which is still in about 20 feet of water. Yeah, it was a great dive. I would recommend it for sure if you are certified to drift dive. So that's us. Thanks for watching, and I hope you like it. Thank you.